Bookmap is a great tool for debriefing your trading session. You can see all market events and your trading as well. All of your trading activity will be recorded. This is a powerful feature that works with any of the supported data providers or platforms through TT, Rhythmic, CQG, S5 Trader, etc. So if you're not familiar with it, let me show you first where you can find more information about the replay mode, and then we'll get into debriefing the actual trading. So under features and components on our YouTube page under Bookmap, let's click on this playlist here on the home page. Okay, and then down here you'll see there's a couple different videos for replay data mode and replay data mode practical uses. Okay, so if you're not familiar with replay data, please watch some of these. We can go over the debriefing here. So first step is let's open up Bookmap. Okay, and I want to show you how you will set up your debriefing to begin with and record your data and your trading activity. So under the Bookmap Run Options window, let's click on External Data, Trading through your brokerage account, real or simulated. Okay, and then let's check the box here for Record Live Data as well as Record Orders, and that's the important part here. Okay, so once you've got that and up and running, then you'll have your data recorded. Now I'm going to close this and let's open up the replay file. Okay, so I'll click on Bookmap again. Okay, and we'll choose this run option here, replay data. Okay, so now I've got Bookmap open in replay data mode, and let me load a particular file with my trading activity. So let's click on this button here, and I can sort it by date modified. I want to look at this file here, and let's open it. Okay, now I need to also open up my recorded trading file. So it's a separate file from the recorded data, and we'll click on settings and then come down here to load recorded orders. Let's click on that, and then here are my files here for my orders. So let's click on this one here. This is the correct file I'm looking for, and let's open it. Okay, and allow trading loading orders, and let's click OK, and let's load it. Okay, so I'm loading my data here, and right now I'm looking at the gold market, and it's going to show any of the orders here that I have set up or took in gold. However, I'm more interested in my trading and debriefing my performance in the oil market. So I'll click on that and select that, and let me click on the and set up a few different things that you might find helpful here. Number one, let me click on the configurations tool up here. Okay, and I'm going to show my trade status panel here, and it's going to show my position, average price, profit and loss, etc. Okay, and let's close that. And then down here in the Bookmap sub panel, let's open it up. If it's not open, just click on the little arrow here and open it up. And then let's click on the gear icon here. Okay, and if you have your cumulative volume delta on, okay, well, let's deselect it here. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at my position. Okay, select that one, and I want to look at my profit and loss. Okay, and let's select that one, and that'll show up as a blue line, and my position will be a white line. Okay, and you can see now some of the orders are coming in right now. Let me pause this for just a moment. Okay, you can see the orders coming in here, and you can see this purple line here is my limit sell order for a size of 5 on the offer, and my beige line here is my limit order on the bid. Okay, and you can see all activity is being recorded. It moved up here, and this was you can either move your orders by hand, or maybe it was algorithmic activity that you have running, and it's moving the orders by the algorithm. Now, if you see that all of this information here is a bit much for you for your debriefing session, well, you can click on the button up here for Configure Visible Components. Right, and let's hide all of them for the moment. Okay, so we're not looking at anything at the moment here in the chart. Okay, now I just want to show my buy and sell orders. So let's click on that here, and then you can see the orders are now just being displayed, and that's it. Okay, but I want to see a little bit more, so let's click on the best bid and offer, and you can see how my orders are being displayed within the best bid and offer. Okay, and if you want to also see how it's reacting with the volume, let's click on the volume dots here, and also volume bars in the subchart here. And for those of you not familiar with the volume, we have our best bid and offer here, and a green dot is a market buy order that took liquidity off of the best offer, and a red dot is an aggressive market sell order that took liquidity off of the best bid. Okay, and one more, let's put some of the heat map information up here, and now we're looking at the liquidity within the chart here, and where traders were lined up to provide liquidity with their limit orders on the offer and on the bid. Now this is getting a little noisy, so let me bring down the configuration here. So I just want to look at that high liquidity that's of interest, and that's it. And how my orders are reacting, or how my algo or my trading activity within the liquidity map and the volume is working. Okay, so I know that I'm very interested in a particular moment during the day to debrief my trading, and these orders were earlier in the session, and I'm not really too interested in those. So you can click on the timeline up here and go directly to that area, or you can input it here as well. In the box up here, you can input your time. So I'm just going to scroll here over to an area of particular interest, and that was around 12:41 or 42. I'll click on that, and I go right to that area. Okay, actually we can go maybe back a little bit. Okay, and let me zoom out to, I'm going to click on the hand tool here. Okay, and I'm going to just use my center mouse wheel to zoom out a little bit. Okay, and it was these orders that I was interested to see how I got filled in some of these areas. We can see the liquidity in the heat map, and we can see the aggressor taking price up into this area. Okay, and my limit orders were resting here on the offer, and you can see this is where I initiated the trade, or at least set the limit orders here on the offer with the dot, and then you can see they remained here, and I didn't touch them until you can see that there's a purple triangle here, and that signifies where I'm getting filled. Okay, so let's zoom into this area here, and that's what I want to debrief. Okay, so now we're going to zoom in to, and we're just looking at millisecond level here, as you can see in the timeline. We can continue to zoom in to nanosecond level. So for those of you trading high frequency algos, you will be able to zoom in. As you can see here, we're down to the microsecond level, but we can continue to zoom in, and then you'll be down at the nanosecond level. Okay, as you can see here in the timeline. Right, so you will see every single market event, and you'll be able to debrief how exactly you are trading personally, or how your algorithm is responding to the market activity here. Okay, so let's zoom back out a little bit, and let's take a look at this particular trade. All right. Okay, so pretty interesting stuff. In fact, there's another feature I want to show you here. So I'm going to scroll back a little bit in time, and I want to see exactly how I got filled here and what was my place in the queue as I got filled. Okay, so let me go back here and I'll look down and or I'll just use the rollover tool here, and I'll hover over this line, and it gives me the date, the time, what was on the ask, and the number of orders that I had here. All right, so the time was at 12:41 and let's say 17 seconds. All right, so let me scroll up here or come up here and look at 12:41:02. That's fine. And then we can just move this forward and press play now if we like. Oops, and let's go back to current market here. There we go. Okay. All right, and let me press pause again. And there's my fill actually. All right, so let me just go back a little bit here in time. So what I want to show here is the estimated line in the queue here. You can see in the current order book column here, there's a yellow line, and that signifies my orders and my place in the queue. Now there's the white line, and that is something different. The white line is showing the large lot trader, which is an add-on indicator that one trader is holding the liquidity to the left of this area here. So in this case, about between a third and a half of the liquidity of these 151 contracts. Now the yellow line is my place in the queue, and you can see that I am sitting here, and I have a bit of a few contracts in front of me, but the majority are behind me. Okay, so let's actually slow this down a little bit to quarter speed and press play. And zoom out a little bit. Okay, we can speed it up a bit. And let's see exactly what occurred here. Okay, it hasn't tested up. There it goes, right into the area there, and then I got filled. Okay, so now let's pause it. Let's click on the hand tool, and you can see that I'm no longer in the queue here. Okay, and let's zoom into this area here. Okay, and this is what unfolded. Okay, this trade here took all of the liquidity in front of me. Now it's not one event. As I zoom in here, we can see there were many trade events that took place here that took all of the liquidity in front of me, and we can see the spacing of the trading activity. So this was most likely some algo that was lifting the offer in this area, and as I left click, hold, and drag, and this is where I got filled with the triangle here. Now I got partially filled here, as you can see. So I can roll over and hover over this area here, and you can see that that fourth line of text says my order size is 10, and then you can see here that I'm getting partially filled. So I got filled with 3. Okay, and let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, and here are the remainder of my fills. Okay, until this point here. You can see that this was the end of the purple line, and I am completely filled, and my order size now, as you can see, is 0. Okay, and right before that it is 1. All right, so let's zoom out and take a bigger picture approach here and take a look at the rest of my orders in this area. Okay, so you can see that there was a lot of activity here with my my orders on the bid here. And let's hover over and zoom into this area. Okay, and let me click off of the data tip tool. And you can see how I performed in this area. I started to chase the market with my bids. And you can see that here, I actually started to split them out. I took some of my bids here and dropped them to lower levels, and I kept some at this level here at this 47 and looks like 87 cents here. All right. Okay, so you can see that we're recording every single event that takes place here with your orders. Okay, so you can see it moved up a tick here, and then pretty aggressively it started to move up in this area here, and it stayed one tick away from my other order, and finally joined it here, as you can see. Okay, so you can also notice up here, if I zoom in, I placed here a limit sell order. I moved it down a tick, and then I canceled it here. It was not filled. It's a circle, and it signifies that I canceled the order at that time. All right. Now, if we look down here at the P&L in the lower subchart, we can see exactly how my position sizing as well as my P&L is starting to perform. Okay, and if I hover over this area, you can see in the left-hand side what my position is. Okay, so you can see you get the date, the time, and then my P&L. Okay, so it's negative at this point, and my position now is also negative, as you can see. Okay, right here. Okay, of 23. All right, so let's continue on forward a bit more. Let's go to the current market. There we go, and you can see now that this fill up here, it hit my profit target here, and filled it right here with this beige triangle. Okay, so that's a partial fill, or I mean, sorry, partially out of the market. And let's continue on here and take a look. Okay, and you can see that at this point here, I got into the market in a nice area up above, and my P&L is starting to go to the upside. Okay, so you can see here that this is a very powerful way of understanding every single detail with your trading activity. Bookmap offers unparalleled levels of granularity to be able to zoom into those levels to see exactly your trade performance and what occurred at that very specific time down to the nanosecond. It is much more powerful than the time and sales, and basically you can study the volume activity, the liquidity that is being provided, and your queue in line waiting to get filled, and then once you do get filled. So let me show you where you can find Bookmap if you want to give this a try. Go to bookmap.com, and it is available with both of these versions, both basic and advanced. So for as little as $49 per month, you will have access to be able to debrief your trading activity using Bookmap. If you want to trade from the Bookmap chart, that is possible as well, and you will need the advanced version for that. Both offer a free 14-day trial period, so take advantage of that. See if this is something that will help your trade performance. We hope that it does.